Hey there, Purple Army. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum, and today we are going to be doing a triple reaction to three different versions of the same Prince song. This one is called I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man. The first version of the song we're going to check out is actually from the Sign of the Times concert, which, if you guys haven't already, go check out my full Sign of the Times concert reaction out on the channel. Then we're going to be hearing a 2012 Chicago performance, and lastly a Montreux Jazz Festival featuring Third Eyed Girl. And we've also did a full concert reaction as well to Prince and Third Eyed Girl in the Montreux Jazz Festival in 2013, so also feel free to check out that one. But today we're going to get to be able to compare and contrast these versions and just listen to more Prince together. I hope you're excited, but before we do jump in, please thank JJ the Electric for making this donation request. As always, JJ, thank you so much. And now, let's check this out. It almost felt like an atonal start to me when I first heard this. But there is a bit of a noir feel, so there was some comments I read about agreeing with that assessment. With some shimmering piano. Excuse me.
Hello, what's up? Hey, put it back for a square. How you been? Oh, ain't nothing shaking.
I don't think I noticed this the first time, but if you hear this like very quick moving bass underneath.
Hello, what's up? Hey, put it back for a square. How you been? Oh, ain't nothing shaking but the bacon. I got these problems at the house, man, with the old woman. What? Oh, man, she's, man, talking some crap. Man, you know what she had to know to say? What? Check this. She wanted me to talk to her. Talk to her? Oh, man, can you get to that?
Get some Sheila action. It's just immediately catchy, this melody. And I remember the acting.
Baby, there's not tears in your eyes, is it?
Wally, what am I gonna do?
She was looking alright, yeah. I asked her if she wanted to dance, and she said that all she wanted was a good man who wanted to know if I thought I was qualified, yeah. I said, baby, don't waste your time. That's what I told her, yeah. I know what's on your mind, yeah.
This song is just so honest. Like, I really couldn't be your man, but maybe one night. I don't want to lead you on, though.
He left her with a baby and another one. and I know that we wouldn't be satisfied. At least I wouldn't. I said, baby, don't waste your time. Yeah, yeah. I know what's on your mind. Yes, I do. We wouldn't be satisfied with a one night stand. Like me, I could never take the place of your man.
You know, it almost sort of reminds me of like a Bruce Springsteen song. I don't know which though. I can totally see them performing this one together. That's Prince and Bruce. And then this reminded me of Yngwie Malmsteen in this moment. Oh, what a beautiful melody. Great switch. Just let it ring out. Dude, Prince is so smooth with it. I can never be convinced otherwise. Bum, bum, bum. It's a perfect backing track for Prince to just solo however he wants. Just a little love tap. He hands it off to Sheila here. And we're referencing back to the brass we heard in the intro. Sort of bringing us back to that noir place. And the screams to end it off.
Thank you.
I was taking some notes here. Definitely the first word that comes to my mind when I hear anything pretty much from the Sign of the Times concert is theatrical. From the acting to the actual presence on stage to everything feeling very buttoned up and emotive. Theatrical is like, I think, the perfect descriptor for everything we heard in this performance in particular. I love that noir feel that we got in the beginning and the end with the brass, with everything being more sultry and toned down, but in a way that melodically is also interesting. It's not just a quieter version or a more bassier version of what we're already hearing. It is substantively different from the other very bright sections, the da 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 da, which, I think that kind of melody and brightness reminds me a lot of what you may hear with Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, which is why I made the Prince Bruce reference earlier. I also just absolutely love the guitar work from Prince and the feel that he plays with, because you create these moments of almost like backing track within his performances that if you listen to like a studio version, for example, they do exist, but they exist in a sort of different capacity, especially when you compare it to live, because when you're live, Prince has the option to dictate to anybody on stage, hey, let's run this section again, or this section only with drums and bass. Okay, now this new section only with trumpet and bass, and you can have any of those combinations, and he's able to in real time dictate what he wants, thereby creating solos out of thin air that didn't exist maybe in other versions of the songs. So I love the guitar work we heard here. Maybe we're going to get some more, or maybe a different kind of coloring in the other versions we'll listen to today. And I guess last point that I wrote are the screams, man. Prince screams, and then the guitar screams right after. It just feels like Prince's voice is a guitar as well, and he's able to convert the guitar into his voice. It's a weird situation when you can make your voice literally sound like an electric guitar. Just one of his many, many talents. Let's check out the next version here. This is from Chicago in 2012, where I was, I believe, 15 years old. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Got a lot of phlegm today. Oh, definitely a different start. Relaxed, shimmery. There's no noir. God, love this tempo. We're starting with some Prince guitar. I'm very down for this.
It was early last June when an old man ran away. She couldn't stop crying 'cause she knew he was gone to stay. It was 10:35 on a lonely Friday night. She was standing by the bar. Woo! She was looking all right. I asked her if she wanted to dance, and she said that all she wanted was a good man. Wanted to know.
This is super stripped back.
If I thought I was qualified. Yeah. And I said, baby, don't waste your time. I know what's on your mind. Yeah. Wouldn't be satisfied with a one night stand. Listen, I could never take the place of your man.
I love this feel a lot.
It hurt me so bad when she told me with tears in her eyes.
I mean, I don't want to state the obvious, but I will. This is so incredibly different than what we just heard, and I love this version.
Told me with tears in her eyes. It's all she ever had, and now she wanted to die. He left her with a baby and another one on the way.
You hear the drums really kicking up
She
now.
couldn't stop crying, 'cause she knew he was going to stay. Yeah, yeah. She asked me if we could be, she asked me if we could be friends, and I said, honey, baby, that's a dead. You know it, I know.
And the harmonies we're getting now.
Satisfied. Somebody help me sing tonight. And I said, don't waste your time. No, I know. Come on. I know what's on your mind. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Wouldn't be satisfied. Oh, with a one night stand. Oh, I could take the place.
Shit, man, I love that. That solo just rips your hair right out.
Never.
And then to strip it all the way back down, it is so quiet. We're just all like on our toes, anticipating what's next.
Never.
God, I love this version.
Never.
We get some crazy alien noises now. Pterodactyl prince incoming.
I don't care who you came with, baby. I don't care who you came with, baby. You know why? 'Cause I could never take his place. No, I could never
Oh, those
take
just
his place.
isolated hits.
You can be with him if you want to. You know what? It's cool.
Yeah, I don't even need you. Go with your man.
17,000 in this place that will testify. Can't nobody do it like Prince do. Never.
What a completely different reimagination of that song, and of course it works so well. And again, it's a comment I've made in the past, but any song that can be reimagined in 10 different genres so seamlessly is an excellent song, just through and through. That tells you how deep Prince's discography goes, because one song can be recreated 10 different ways, and he has 39 albums of songs. I could simp more and more. You've probably already heard me do that across my various Prince reactions, but this is just insane work. And I gotta say, from a guitarist perspective, I really appreciate the solo I heard in this rendition, if I had to make a choice, to the one I heard in the Sign of the Times concert. This version felt like he was playing with so much soul and feel, like he was unleashed. In the first version, it felt very buttoned up, if you will, and those really bright moments, like we heard the Bruce Springsteen feeling, they stuck out, but they also felt more, I guess, well-oiled. They almost felt too structured, and in this version, it was so relaxed. Everything got stripped back in these moments where we just really got time to breathe, to enjoy all of these big moments, the isolated drum hits, the long extended solos, the space between the Prince's vocals. All of these moments just allow us to feel what Prince is feeling. And you hear his like personality shine through as well in all of these performances, in the various forms that his personality takes. So fun. Let's check out the last version here. This is from the Montreux Jazz Festival. And I believe I've also heard this version. I'm not sure if it was on the same day as I reacted to. I want to say it was. Great progression here. Oh yeah.
She couldn't stop crying, 'cause she knew he was going to stay. It was 10:35 on a lonely Friday night.
Oh, I love this feel
She was
too.
standing by the bar. Woo! She was looking alright. Yeah, she was. I asked her if she wanted to dance. She said, all I want is a good man, and wanted to know if Prince is qualified. I said, baby, don't waste your time. I know what's wrong. You're my answer. I may be qualified for one night stand, yeah. I could never take the place of your man. she told me with tears in her eyes. She all she ever had, now she wanted to die.
Wow.
He left her with
Great guitar tone here. And the first thing I wrote down for this version, rock in all caps. We started with such a huge rock feel, and I love that even in this relaxed section that we kind of heard right after that huge intro, it still feels couched in that heaviness. It's like a heavy, relaxed mode we are in right now.
with a baby and another one on the way. She couldn't stop crying 'cause she knew he was gonna stay. She asked me if we could be friends. I said, oh honey baby, that's a dead end. You know and I know would not be satisfied. At least I wouldn't.
This is a different song now. Let's let it play out a little bit. Yeah. Each of these versions, man, just insanely different from one another, but they all tap on different elements of Prince's musical ability that just defy reality. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm kind of beating a dead horse with all of the things that I notice about Prince because there's just so many, and I feel like I've already said all that I can say, but truly it is just crazy, all of the reinventions here. Because even in this last rendition, we had such a heavy emphasis on rock and cool guitar phrasing, then riffs, then dual guitar, then this explosive ending that leads into another track where guitar is the main emphasis. And you peel it back to the Chicago 2012 version, a lot of the emphasis was on guitar, yes, but also in the space created and the track. And then we wind it back to 1987 with the Sign of the Times concert, and then we have an entirely different track altogether, more theatrical, more noir, more cinematic and buttoned up. I mean, it is amazing that over the decades, these same songs get to relive, they get to experience new life, and everybody else, the fans, we get to enjoy the song in a different light entirely. It's one of the reasons why I think it's strange that artists oftentimes go on and create new music. Now, don't get me wrong, I love hearing new music, but we love the music you already made, and chances are you do too. Now, I understand getting fatigued and bored maybe of playing the same track over and over, but don't play the same track over and over. Reinvent it. Take a few elements from the original, modify it, remix it, add a new instrument on it, remove some instruments, give somebody else a stab at it, and try performing it in a different light. That would be one of my suggestions to combat performance fatigue, especially if you've played the same song over and over. With Prince, I don't even know if his reason is fatigue. I think he is just so overwhelmingly creative that he can't help but to reimagine the same songs with new emotions, with new instruments, with new styles, with anything you could really imagine. It's truly impressive. I would say out of the three, if I had to choose which is my favorite, I would probably give the nod to the Chicago rendition, and then I think that's just because I love the slower tempo, that space that's created between all of the instruments there. It just affords me the opportunity to really vibe with everything that I'm hearing, from the vocals perspective, from the drums perspective, from the guitar. Even the backing vocals there too were really pleasant, and I'm glad that we got to hear that vocal harmony. I think that was a unique element out of the three performances that we didn't get to hear in the other two. Then what would I give second place to? Man, my bias says rock, because I just love rock through and through. But I think I will just have to defer to the Sign of the Times concert. I think it's just too unique structurally to ignore. But they're all like 1A, 1B, 1C. So yeah, I would go with the Chicago version first, then the 1987 Sign of the Times, and then lastly, the Montreux Jazz Festival. But if you agree or disagree with me, let me know in the comments which ordering do you prefer, or are you going to say they were all equally amazing? I'm sure they were in your mind, but leave it in the comments nonetheless. I'd be curious to hear your perspectives. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did and would like to make a request yourself, as always, you can do so by clicking the first link below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.